These two here are working on making the next year's batch. All right, everybody, watch this. Welcome to Plum Bush Farm. I'm Gabe. Today I'm out by my grapevines looking at some pests that we have. And that's these guys right here. These nasty Japanese beetles come out about this time of year. It's right near the end of June. And they come along, they love our grapevines. And what they do is they eat out all of the leaf structure in between the veins of the leaf so that your leaf ends up just looking like a skeleton. So if you've got these kind of bugs, there's not really very many options that we've found that work to get rid of them. But one thing that helps is to set up a trap. I don't recommend setting up a trap if you have very few bugs, but if you have a bunch of them, they're Japanese beetles, not bugs. But if you have a bunch of these Japanese beetles already, you're not really bringing any new ones into the neighborhood by setting up a trap. You're just trying to deal with what you already have. So I'm gonna set up a trap here and let's see how long it takes to get some of them coming around. Okay, I got one of these Rescue Smarter Pest Control beetle traps that I think I just bought off of Amazon. It comes with this guy right here, which you have to open and put on top of the trap. The trap sits like this and then we hang the whole thing. What happens is the beetles come and they're smelling the scent that's in this guy. And they are kind of bumbling little beetles. They're very ungraceful. They come along here and they hit these plastic wings and they fall down into the bag. Literally, that's all that happens to them. It doesn't do anything to them other than that. And they just stack up in the bag until eventually you can open the bottom of the bag. I'll usually drop them into like a 5-gallon bucket and then just put water in them and drown them and then dump it out in the chicken pen. The chickens can eat them. All right, let's open this up and see how long it takes for me to start getting some beetles around. All right. Okay, I can smell this thing. It's got a pretty good, not good, a very strong smell, which I understand beetles can smell very well. Okay, so this fits right down in, and look at this. Here's my first beetle. And here comes another one, and here comes some more. It doesn't take hardly any time at all. They smell that smell, and it's like a mating type of a smell, I guess. And just like that, we're working at pulling these beetles away from my grapevines, which are right over here, about 25 feet away, to this area right here. So that's gonna help. We'll probably also use some sprays, but in the meantime, this is gonna draw a bunch of them away from eating the leaves. The way this trap works, they come up, their wings bump, and they fall down into the bag. And they are literally so clumsy that they just start filling the bag up and walking on each other in there. It's pretty disgusting, but I don't feel a bit sorry for these things. They are murder on your grapes and your fruit trees and your roses and basically anything you like. So over here on the grapevines, this is what they're up to. They are mating and eating all over on my grapevines. The good thing is they don't actually hurt the fruit, except of course your grapevines can't really produce much when their life is being taken away by this horde, this swarm of voracious insects. So I'm just inspecting my apple trees to see whether I've got beetle infestation out here. They will go after the apple trees to some extent, not nearly as much as they like some other things. But as we can see, we have some here. And as we can see up here, they've been busy eating out leaves. So in addition to the traps, I'm also going to be mixing up some spray. I believe the active ingredient is permethrin, and spraying it on these trees to try to help deal with this problem. I certainly don't love spraying my trees with chemicals. The same for my grapevines. But I'm to a point with these pests where there's it's really pretty much that or else just give up on having fruit. And I don't want to do that, so I'm going to do what it takes to get rid of them if I can. So I don't recommend putting these right in your orchard. My orchard is right back here past the tractors where I've got my apple trees. If you can put it just kind of off one edge, we don't want to draw more beetles into a place where they are going to do more damage. So what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to draw them away from the place where they're doing the damage. But I still have to have this set up close enough to that area that they're going to smell it and that they're going to come to it. Hey guys, how are you doing? Caught the little bucks there. Well, I realize this doesn't have much to do with the goats, but it is part of our life here on the homestead, dealing with taking care of our fruit trees, and so it's something that I just wanted to share. It's that time of year, look out for these things. It's literally like, I think the first time I ever saw this, I honestly thought I was being swarmed by bees. Like, I thought I ran into a hornet's nest, and I was, let me tell you, I was slapping and ducking and getting out of there fast. These things are just so horrid. Just look at them. So I gotta mix up some spray. I cannot let them be on here like this. They'll just kill stuff entirely. One of the reasons I went and shook that over there is because it brought a bunch of them out and they start smelling the trap, and we start getting more of them over here. I don't like how the wind is blowing that around. It's making it harder for them to get it and fall down in. But as you can see, we've probably got 100 of them in there already, and that's been within 15 minutes. Okay, I just came through and sprayed these guys, and just to be clear, I'm not giving you advice on what to do. This is what I do. I like the traps because they can catch the in-between times and hopefully the new ones coming out. And I find that I spray so that I can get rid of the big flush of them that comes out right off the bat. So that's what I do. I don't really love having to spray, and I'm not recommending that anybody else do that. It's just what I'm doing. So there you have it. I don't know if that helps anybody, but I sure hope you don't have these things like I do.